Well, my friends, it's official. Harry and Meghan have gone to Canada, and they seem quite happy about it. But not everyone is happy about their trip to Canada. The Queen has blessed them on their new adventure. However, she would have preferred for them to stay in the family. Prince Charles, if you are my biological son, I'm shocked that you're leaving. Kate Middleton was most likely speechless. And Justin, being Justin, welcomed them in the way he would. So here Meghan is, smiling as she drives to the airport to pick up a friend. She looks like she's quite happy to be in Canada. And then we see Harry, who also looks more relaxed. However, this story also has kind of a dark turn to it, or twist. Canada's biggest newspaper says Prince and Meghan Markle are not welcome. Now, why do you think that would be? That was my thought, because I'm not familiar with all of the politics behind the scenes of these two countries, but evidently for a scathing editorial like this to be put in, the Globe and Mail says the royal couple's plan to move to the land of maple syrup and hockey. The laws want to keep the once British-ruled country at arm's length from their mother monarchy across the pond. So it's okay for them to visit so long as you are senior royals. Canada cannot allow you to stay. It breaks an unspoken constitutional taboo, says the paper. So it looks like Harry and Meghan's planned migration mucks up the country's long history of breaking away from the British political system, according to this article. A royal living in this country does not accord with the long-standing nature of the relationship between the two countries. The country broke away, Canada broke away from British reign centuries ago and considers Queen Elizabeth II a figurehead leader only and allows a few of her reps to have duties. Well, let's find out from the cards if Harry and Meghan are going to actually stay in Canada or if the pressure is going to be too big. Now, understandably, there is concerns as far as their security expense over in Canada and who's going to foot that bill. So understandably, as Justin said, there are things to work out about this couple staying there long term in Canada. So I'm going to pull some cards and I'm going to see if they're looking like they're going to work things out to be able to stay in Canada. Are Meghan and Harry going to work things out to be able to stay in Canada? So we shall find out. Usually, I don't have to pull any more than this. This is the Ace of Cups. And look at that, the water across the pond. That's interesting. When aces come up, for me, I have an agreement with my tarot cards that when an ace comes up, it is always a yes, and it is a strong yes. And then I pay attention to what suit it is, and that was the cups. So it looks like if they resolve this security expense issue, that things, and I also believe if they step away from their titles and become like, regular citizens, I believe that this could work out quite well for them. So let's see if they are going to enjoy staying in Canada. Will they, because they both look happy. Oh, look at this. This is so interesting. I don't really do a lot of royal readings because there's so many channels that cover that so much better than I do. Seriously, I am not well versed in the royalty, and I will admit that. So I've had people, numerous people request that I do these readings, and so, you know, I am. But I honestly, there are so many really talented channels out there. But I'm always amazed at the presentation of the cards when I do readings on the royal family. They just look royal. They look elegant. I mean, they just prestigious. It's wonderful. So the Six of Wands means that they'll have great success in that country. It's almost like, yes, I know that they are going to split their time, you know, in two different areas. However, they are going to really, really enjoy their time there. And what do they plan on doing, I wonder? So, oh, well, there they are. They are going to split their time between the two areas. So that is a truth. There you have it. One cup in one hand and one in the other. And this kind of even resembles Meghan with the dark hair, and that she fully plans on dividing her time up between the two areas. So they don't plan on residing fully in Canada 100% of the time. So I'm going to ask, and this is called After Tarot. It's a quite humorous deck, and I just got it in, and it's actually quite enjoyable because it takes tarot to the next scene, like what would happen to the next scene. So it's a little bit humorous. So I'm going to ask if Harry and Meghan are actually going to play, you know, a larger role now that they're on their own, so to speak. Are they going to play a larger role in not only Canada, but these other places? You know, what is their role going to be? Oh, King of Pentacles. I mean, it doesn't get any more important than that. So this reflects that they are going to play a huge role in what they do in the future. And it's also going to be, look at how we have the two cups. They really want us, the cards are really wanting me to focus that there's two major areas that they are really going to focus their attention on. And with the King, they have the ability to make a really, look at, there's even two bulls up on top of here. So I believe that they are going to travel between the two large areas that they indicated they would. And I also believe that their hopes and dreams really are going to shine, because this is the star about the hopes and dreams. And because there's no clothes on this person here, it means, I feel like this is more Meghan, but it feels like Meghan will finally be comfortable with who she is, because that's what the nudity in the cards is that you're fully comfortable being who you are. You can express fully who you are. You don't have to put on a different front. For those of you who are new to my channel, I do not put any kind of hatred out or really mean statements about royalty, famous people, movie stars. I just don't see a point in that. The other thing is I read the cards. I am neutral in my beliefs when I sit down to the table to do a reading. I will accept the people exactly as they come. I don't have any filters, no judgments. So come and sit down at my table, and you're welcome just the way you are. You don't have to change a thing. So I simply read the cards, and I don't interject any theories. When I do stars or when I do royalty, I simply read what the cards tell me. So what do the cards say is going to be Meghan's role? What's Meghan's main role going to be now that she is over in Canada? Okay, so it's not going to be quite the easy path that she thought it was going to be. You can kind of see that she might feel a little bit of upset for disrupting. This would be the crown falling off, because this has put the royal family in kind of a unique situation of having to deal with this. So she might feel a little bit of responsibility for breaking down a system or temporarily causing an upset in that system or that hierarchy. She does, however, want to teach or this is helping others who are, you know, learning. It's helping people, and this is focused on the child because this is the page. And wouldn't this be cute if this was little Archie? I mean, can't have a beard really, a baby, but it, you know, so this, I told you this deck was humorous, but this would be, you know, taking care of Archie in this particular deck, which I am brand new to reading this deck. I am not well versed in what the symbols in this deck are yet. So she definitely is still needing somewhat of a break, has to figure out what her role is over there, and then she has to get her life over there organized. So there is going to be frustrations. There's going to be upsets and frustrations, which are natural whenever you take a big leap and change and disrupt, and you're in the media, and the media is all following this. So let's ask about Harry. Actually, oh shoot, I don't have my one deck with me. I kind of would like to know what Diana, I don't know if I can communicate with her with this deck, but I'm certainly going to try because I don't have my other deck in front of me. What does Diana, Princess Diana, think about Harry's big move over there? Probably should have done a separate video on this. Ooh, she came through. Oh, wow. She's really watching the situation, and she's watching it with great attentiveness. You know, she herself was a rebel. So I'm wondering what she thinks about this move with Harry. Oh my gosh, she's really coming through. I think she's showing some concern. I think she's concerned, and she's like, nobody better touch my boy. You know, you'd have to deal with her on the other side, and it doesn't look like it'd be pretty. We have two queens here. So she definitely is showing some concern because she didn't have police protection when she left. I believe she didn't. At least that's what they had said on one of the news channels I watched. Not that that's always accurate, but what I had heard is she didn't have like the royal type of protection that when she divorced, and that could have possibly, you know, affected her feeling safe, I guess. Let's just call it that. So she's okay, so this once again, we have a theme here. Look at that. They're watching. She's watching. She's just watching. And this is like the money situation. She's concerned, you know, about, see, he's grabbing at the money. Everybody's concerned about the money, what this is going to cost. So she's really just got her eye on it right now. She's just watching to see what happens with this. So that's very interesting, because, you know, Harry was the youngest child, and that's going to be always a factor for a mother. I'm going to actually pull from this deck, and I'm going to ask, are the people of Canada going to, you know, eventually, you know, make peace with this? Or because this is such a trigger for them, being that the past history they have, the country has, are the people going to accept Meghan and Harry for the most part? I mean, you can't do everybody, but yeah, see, this is legal. It's all going to come down to what's fair. Oh, okay, so see, this is justice, and see the scales there. As long as the people feel like they're not putting their dollars, like their hard-earned money, to this, then I think that they will. But this comes down to legal, you know, what's going to happen with the money situation part. And then this is just Harry and Meghan feeling like they have a new start, like, you know, they've got a new start in a different land. And I also want to ask, how are Harry and Meghan, is their relationship, what is their relationship going to be like once they get settled in? I'm gonna pull this other deck here. What is the relationship between Harry and Meghan going to be like once they get settled in? So that's the Three of Cups. So that's like getting together with groups, like they're super busy getting together with groups. That's celebrating with groups, getting together with groups. Okay, so we don't quite know yet. I mean, because things in their life are flipped upside down. So that's kind of the card that we don't really know yet. So he's got to establish what his role is over there, and what piece of it he's still going to hang on to from his, look at here, the Judgment card. Yeah, so we don't know yet. We don't know. Things have to settle, and I can understand that. Things have to settle down between them. So it can be really stressful having the media and then have the Canadians worried about the financial, and they have to work out the security and things like that. So I can completely understand that stress is still affecting them right now. So yes, look at all these decisions that have to be made. So right now they're both kind of like running in their separate ways. That's the Chariot. And it feels like, you know, yes, they're tied together, but they're both going off trying to figure out what their role is going to be, you know, going forward. And I think that they're very focused on that. So with any couple, or, you know, anybody on life, you included, I always wish the best for you. I don't wish any ill on anyone. So I wish the very best for Meghan and Harry in everything that they do. And I wish the very best for you too. And thank you for watching my channel.